What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So the previous video I did a carnivore diet video. I let you guys know that I started on it. I was basically 2.5 weeks into it. Now I am 30 days into it. So we're gonna do a 30-day update on the carnivore diet. The previous video, a lot of you guys let me know how great it's been, how life-changing it's been for you guys, and a lot of you said you're gonna follow along in my journey. So I really appreciate you guys. So I guess I'm gonna have to do maybe weekly or bi-weekly updates on the carnivore diet, maybe even more. Kind of show you my daily routine, because I have no intention of stopping this anytime soon. I do have a goal in mind as far as weight goes, in the 190s, maybe 205 even. I'm currently about 235-ish. I started at 267, and so it's not all from carnivore in the month, but I was about 267 about a couple months ago. So I started keto, and then I jumped over to carnivore for the last month. And I think I've lost about 19 or so on carnivore in the month. And so things have gone really well. Before I get any further, I want to say a big shout out to 4 of the YouTubers I watch that have kind of helped me along the way. Not like one-on-one level, but like me watching their videos and learning tips and tricks and why the carnivore diet works so well. So Homestead Hal, I've been following him for about 2 years now. Number 2, Dr. Ken Berry, Dr. Sean Baker, and then Jenny Middich here on YouTube as well. And they've all been very helpful. Jenny I've talked to on Instagram. She's been awesome and recommended a lot of things that are helpful for the diet, make it a little bit more smooth. So thank you to her. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into it. And also, like I said, if you are on a carnivore diet journey, let me know down below how much it's helped you, or how long you've been on it and what your goals are. And yeah, I'd love to hear a lot of people's stories on this, because it's helped so many people. I wish more people knew about it, or at least gave it a shot. So I will say the hardest part, I think, is the first 2 weeks, especially for me, who I love sugar, I love carbs, bread, things like that. And that was my hardest. So the cravings were definitely serious. There was times where I wanted to order like Chick-fil-A or pizza or something, and you just got to fight through it. I will say, a month in, all those cravings have really subsided. Like, I don't feel like the crazy urge to order things or go get something. I can fight it off relatively easy now. It does still sound really good. Like, I will say, like a donut or pizza or nachos, it sounds incredible still. I know but I just know it's not gonna be good when I eat it. Like, I know it's gonna mess my stomach up. My stomach's still in like the adaptation phase of eating high fat, low carb. So that's kind of a learning curve, but not too bad. I think I'm just now getting over that. And another thing I will say is electrolytes. As far as the learning curve goes, when you get on a carnivore diet, you dump a lot of water weight, and with water comes electrolytes. So you lose a lot of electrolytes. So you have to replenish that. And what I've been using is Element. Now, I'm not sponsored by them, but they did send me about 24 packs of like 24 packets, like the variety pack. So shout out to them for sending me them. They have been incredible. So I'll be buying Element from here on out. It's awesome. Like, it's really salty tasting, but it has really good flavor. So it's worked out awesome for me. It's got like 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 potassium, and 60 magnesium. And so you get basically all the electrolytes you need. I take 1 or 2 a day, sometimes 3 if I'm really like burning through, sweating. And I live in Florida, so it's hard to not sweat down here. And also, I go in the sauna here at the shop, which some people say sauna. I say sauna. Sauna's where it originated. It's called sauna, but it's, I guess, spelt sauna. So I don't know, whatever. But yeah, there's days where I sweat probably gallons, it seems like, and so I have to replenish it, or else I will not feel good. I'll get headaches, kind of lightheaded, things like that. So you have to stay on top of your electrolytes. That's probably one of the biggest things. And then also, you got to stay on top of your fat, because fat is going to be your fuel source. So if you're not eating enough fat when you're on carnivore diet, you're going to feel sluggish. You're going to have a lot of fatigue. And I did notice that within the first like 3 weeks, I would say. Being that I'm in, week 4 or going into week 5, I don't really have like the fatigue anymore. I'm sleeping really good. And one thing I will say that I had no idea would help me is my vision. So I've had great vision my whole life. Like 2010 is when I got tested years ago. I do feel like it kind of declined a tad bit over the last like 3-4 years. I will say though, right now, it has to be at its all-time high as far as like good vision, because I've been playing Xbox. I played Xbox, a couple months ago, before I even started on this carnivore journey, and it just felt like my eyes weren't as sharp as they used to be when I used to play video games. Like it felt like focusing on something was a little bit harder. I played Call of Duty, Warzone, so like seeing someone across the map was tough. And I will say over the last like 2-3 weeks, I was telling my buddy Mike in the party yesterday, my vision is so much better right now. I can see everything so much, like it's so much more crisp on the screen, and I can like react way faster. I don't know if it's my brain working faster or the inflammation going down. And that's another thing, inflammation. Like I feel so much more like less puffy and bloated. I still have a ways to go as far as bloating goes. My body's still trying to get used to this change in diet, I guess. But like my arms feel like so much more like defined now. You can like see like veins in my arms. Like everything's starting to feel how it's supposed to. My body's starting to run more at its like optimum level, and it feels awesome. And I'm only 30 days in. Like I said, I still have like 35-40 pounds I want to lose to get to my goal weight. And I think, judging by like the BMI and all that, I think that would still be considered overweight if I was 195, which is crazy. But I feel like I would be really shredded at like 195. So that's the goal. It's not all about the weight. I really just want to feel good. And I will say another thing, I don't know why I haven't talked about this. I've had crazy like bad anxiety my whole life. Not really depression, but I've had bad anxiety. Like it's hard to explain. Like just worrying about things that you can't control and worrying about things that are very highly unlikely to happen. Like, either like health anxiety, thinking about, oh, what if I have this or whatever it is, or my family, things like that. Things that would kind of ruin vacations and ruin daily activities. I couldn't explain it. It probably sounds insane to some people. Trust me, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, having that kind of anxiety. So I will say, in the past like 2 weeks or so of me doing the carnivore diet, those have subsided probably by like 70%. They're still kind of there, but nothing like it was. Like I can only see it improving. A lot of people are saying, if you do carnivore for 2-3 months, most of that stuff is going to subside completely. And I can see it going that way. If I keep improving, even though I've already improved on a lot of things in 30 days, if it continues, like I'm going to feel like a completely different human. And that's exciting to me. Again, I've been eating beef, butter, bacon, eggs, and cheese. I will say I think I've been eating a little bit too much cheese, so I did cut cheese out about 4 days ago. And so I'm going to try that for a little bit. My big obstacle that's coming up is we're going to Disney World. And it is very hard to stay on a strict diet down there. I'm going to try my best. We're also going down there on my birthday. So it's going to be a real struggle. I'm going to try my absolute best. I will say, if I do happen to have something that doesn't, align with the carnivore diet, it's not going to deter me this time from, going back to eating bad. I feel too good now. And so I'm probably not even going to go off my carnivore diet. I'm just saying, for those of you that do and have a cheat day, don't let it deter you from, getting back on. You didn't ruin anything. You just need to get back on the track the next day. So I don't plan on it. I'm just saying, I definitely can't let it get me off track, because I've done really well and I feel incredible. So that alone should be enough to stop you from doing any type of cheat meals. But, it can get a little bit boring, I will say. Like, beef, butter, bacon, eggs, like you still do crave like a something sweet, which is great, which is nice, because these element things, they are sweet. They have a lot of salt in them too. But they do have a sweet flavor to them. So these have helped tremendously. Again, I'm not sponsored by them. I don't make anything off this. But they have been incredible. So if you don't want to sponsor me, that would be awesome. Because I will be probably showing you guys these things in every one of my carnivore videos, because they have been a huge part of my carnivore journey. So, yeah. I don't want to keep talking, guys. I just wanted to give you guys an update. If I forgot anything or you guys had any questions about it, please let me know down below. I will keep you guys updated on the whole like no cheese part of it and see if it's actually helped me. I do feel in the last 3-4 days of not having it, I feel lighter though. I do feel like less like inflamed still. I think maybe those the cheese is making me a little bit more inflamed than I realized. And so I do feel like I'm getting better altogether. I'm a lot less sore as well. There's a lot of things I'm probably leaving out that I forgot, and if I do, I'll let you guys know in the next video. But that's gonna do it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new to the channel and you want to follow my carnivore journey, that'd be awesome. I'll follow yours as well. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's a pretty cool movement, I think. The Homestead Health, Healing Humanity, that's awesome stuff, man. That documentary is going to be incredible. There's a lot of lying going on in the world. I wish more people knew about this. You know, I feel like it's on the right track. I feel like there's not as much censorship anymore. So it is kind of cool to see more people learn and turn their life around, because some people think it's the end. You know, like they think, oh, I got this, I can't move, or I'm way out of shape, I need surgery. It's not the end. Like this, I've seen people with this way of eating completely turn around things that doctors said you can't turn around. So, well, I don't know what that means. I'm not a doctor, but if you're going through some bad stuff physically or mentally, if your health is declining, at least do your own research, look into this and see if it's right for you. I've seen some incredible things come from this, and that's why people are still on it. You know, people lost 300 pounds, 200 pounds. Bill Knott from Alaska, I think he was 700 pounds. I think he's lost over 300, and now he's like out of his house, and incredible stories like that are all over from it. So I don't know, it's been pretty incredible. It's not too good to be true. It really is, I think, the proper human diet. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, if you're new here, please subscribe if you want to follow along from my carnivore journey. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.